NFT, or non-fungible tokens, have been a hot topic in the crypto world for the past few months. Some people love them and some people think they're a scam. But what are they really? And what are their potential uses beyond just collecting digital items? In this video, we'll go beyond the initial hype and talk about the future of NFT. We'll explore some of the potential uses for NFT that go beyond just collecting digital items. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our new videos. One, digital identity. We create mountains of data every day, most of which is hidden away on private servers and inaccessible to anyone outside of the company that owns it. However, with NFT on a decentralized infrastructure, we have the opportunity to create a cloud of information that we can control who we share it with. Some of the data may be silly, but it will be ours. For example, we will be able to show our relevant NFT in the future, which could include cryptographically verifiable reviews from clients or colleagues. This could help build a trust network that doesn't rely on personal connections. All of this data will be stored in our personal cloud, which will be under our control instead of Facebook's. And those are your robots. CAPTCHAs might finally go away. It won't be easy to fake a whole life's worth of NFT activity, so you'll be able to show that you're a unique person by displaying a small part of your cloud of data. 2. Private records. NFT have the potential to upend how we store private information thanks to public key cryptography. With this technology, each person has two keys, a public one and a private one. If someone uses your public key to encrypt something, only you can use your private key to get it back. This means that you could keep private records in an NFT that only you can decide to share with certain people and organizations. Like your doctor, a hospital, and so on. Doctors have been talking about letting people own their medical records for a couple of decades. This could happen soon, thanks to NFT, and without the medical establishment needing to come to an agreement. 3. Official documents. Most official documents, like birth certificates and driver's licenses, don't have to be done the way they are now, which is mostly on paper and with notarized signatures. An NFT can get around this expensive infrastructure and let organizations give out documents that can't be faked and that anyone can check without having to call a lawyer. This can also be true for corporate licenses, such as IP licensing. Anyone who has had to deal with official documents for things like getting married, buying a house, recording a movie that uses copyrighted materials, and so on, should know that making this process easier will save a lot of time, money, and stress. At the same time, it will make most types of counterfeiting harder or even impossible. You might not think this is a big deal, but it's such a compelling use case that it's already starting to happen. South Korea is switching to ID cards that use NFT, and they think that change alone will add 3% to their JIP. 4. Proof of ownership. NFT could be used to keep track of ownership of all kinds of things, from art to cars to everyday items. It may seem silly to go to all this trouble for things like shoes and toothbrushes that aren't big, expensive, or rarely traded. But we'll probably start with luxury items, where authenticity is important and worth proving. We don't have any reason to stop there. If you had told someone 30 years ago that almost everyone would carry a supercomputer with instant access to the whole world in their pocket and not even think about it, most people would have thought that was crazy and unlikely. But now we're here. At some point, an NFT will be attached to everything we own. People have been talking about the Internet of Things for a while now. NFT could be the way it finally happens on a large scale. 5. Ticketing industry. Why tickets make great non-fungible tokens. NFT tickets have long been seen as a great way to create non-fungible tokens, NFT. But few have looked into why this makes sense. The reason is that selling tickets is mostly a matter of infrastructure, and a very boring matter at that. It's selling pieces of paper that let you go to an event, either online or in person, usually just once. Then you throw it away or get rid of the email. And it is a big business that affects almost everyone, but the industry is broken up and doesn't work right. Each ticketing platform has to start from scratch and can't talk to any of the others, and it doesn't show much creativity. By turning tickets into NFT, you can decentralize ticketing. This means that some part of the infrastructure will be shared and open to everyone. This will speed up the process of coming up with new ideas and might also mean that people can do much smarter things with tickets even after the event is over. For example, someone who has been to 10 concerts might be able to go to a special private show. It will give event planners and performers more ways to talk to their biggest fans. Buying tickets is very boring right now. But that's because it hasn't changed much since the days when it was just dumb pieces of paper you used once. With a decentralized digital infrastructure, things will get much more interesting as promoters and creators find clever ways to use these new digital items. 6. Real estate. One house has already been sold as an NFT, but this will become much more common in the future. This is related to number 3. A house deed is just another legal document. But when you buy a house, a lot of work is done to make sure everything is real, that the seller really is the owner, and so on. All of this is a waste of time, and with NFT, the same thing can be done with just a few clicks. But what if your wallet gets hacked and you lose your house? You might ask. People wouldn't use private wallets to buy or sell something as important and rarely done as a house. Custodial wallets or multi-signature systems, which require more than one person's approval to complete a transaction, would be the obvious way to make sure you don't wake up one day to find your house has been stolen while you slept. Even though we do things really slowly and still have to confirm real estate transactions at City Hall, storing all the important information in NFT will speed things up. 7. Digital property. We're just getting started with owning things online. In the end, property is just a concept that we made up. Before NFT, it didn't really mean much when it came to digital creations. But with crypto for money and NFT for everything else, you can now own something online in a real way. We already spend an average of 6 hours a day on the internet, and this number is only going to go up. And we've done all of this while letting corporations own everything and only lending us things as long as they like us, like our Instagram and TikTok usernames or our social networks on sites like Facebook, which they can take away at any time. Now there will be real, useful online property. Because of this, the economy will change a lot as whole industries change to make all of these digital things for us to enjoy. And before you say, but you can't eat an NFT because it's not real, consider that you can't eat a deodorant, a Lego set, or a pricey suit either, but we still buy those things. 8. Digital art in the metaverse. I don't think we're anywhere close to living most of our waking lives in a 3D fantasy world while wearing VR goggles. That's great for games, but we spend most of our time in the real world. But augmented reality is coming quickly, and it will include digital art. It's already started, but it's still in its early stages. It's one of the few good things that have come from Web3 so far. But as art becomes more common, it will become more common to show digital things. Digital art will be more important when it can be shown to people in a way that they can see. R will make it possible to see and interact with art, and NFT will make it possible to collect and own art. This will make NFT art even more appealing to people who don't spend tens of thousands of dollars on them. Now they will buy NFT the same way they used to buy cheap paintings at a flea market. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more videos from our channel, subscribe and make sure to turn on the bell icon.